I'm probably just gonna move my screen a little bit and let's see. Of course, like I said, Undisputed Kingdom versus Shane Taylor Promotions, and let's see. Of course, Undisputed Kingdom and Daniel Garcia did win. Then got the learning tree attacking Gravity and Bandito, which was supposed to be that was supposed to be a match between I think it was against it was big I think it was Big Bill and Chris Jericho was supposed to go against Gravity and Bandino, but the match never happened. Um, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Big Boom AJ go against MXM Collection and Johnny TV. Yeah, that's another problem they got. You thinking like Johnny TV will be like holding at least a title by now, but that is not the case, which kind of sucks. Um, of course, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, Big Boom AJ won that match, and now we get to the main card. Adam Page versus MJF. Was this the match I probably think I got wrong? Because I was thinking I might have got this one right because Adam Page did end up winning this match, and a silly thing that happened during the match. You saw like MJF going like up to the ropes. Then when he get close to like Adam Page when he was down, he he just thrust him on his head, and yeah, it's just crazy. Oh no, I'm not from Canada. I'm close to Canada, but I'm not from Canada. I live in Wisconsin, so that's Richard Galajos. Like I said, I apologize if I botched y'all names wrong. So yeah, yeah, Adam Page didn't win, and they was saying that what was it? They were saying something like MJF was trying to like burn Adam Page, but I'm trying to see if they say that on there. Okay, not much about it, but anyways, of course, this match was predictable. Mercedes Moët defended against Moto Wannabe for the TBS Championship, and I agree with some of y'all, but just like I think she's Mercedes Moët. I would say maybe a little bit overpaid because right now she get paid more than all the women in that locker room. Maybe some of them combined. That's just crazy, and I know they say her mic skills got exposed because she's really not that good on the mic, and just like she's just like untouchable. I guess that's what they try to make her. But then again, yeah, Mercedes Moët did retain the title, so yeah, like I said, it was predictable and nothing. Anyways, Rick Ray versus Swerve Strickland. I got this right, but I said this match was going to be unpredictable because both men, Ricochet maybe he finally gets his push or whatever, but yeah, that didn't happen. So Swerve Strickland ended up winning the match and ended up being the new number one contender and got Prince Nana's road back. So they celebrated after that. And now another predictable match. Um, Kazuchika Okada versus Brody King for the Continental Championship. Nothing new. Kazuchika Okada did, retain. And I did mention about, they having that Continental Classic just for him, to retain that title and being determined. They could have had, a Continental Classic for the number one contender or something like that. That's what I think they should have did, but they didn't. Uh, yeah, screwed up. Her Syndicate versus the Outrunners for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Another predictable match. Well, the Hurt Syndicate actually won. So yeah. Well, in another predictable match, but for a right reason. So it makes sense because Tony Storm defending the AEW Women's title against Mariah May, who Tony Storm beat for that title last month. So Although it's predictable, but at least this feud, all the stuff that's happened, they both were bloody, and the way it ended makes sense. So I had no problems with this match. And of course, Tony Storm did retain. So yeah. Um, Another I wouldn't say this was a predictable match, but yeah, it's actually ended up being pretty good from what I read. Um, oh, they got an offensive line, Aaron Banks from the 49ers. Nice. Hey, why not try to take somebody from the Liners? Oh yeah, and they got cornerback Nate Hobbs from the Raiders, which the Packers were due to get DK Metcalf, but I think he went somewhere else. Was it Seattle? I believe he went to. I think it was. And they trying to get Devontae Adams, but he ended up going to the Los Angeles Rams. So yeah, kind of sucks. Oh wow, Marquette University falls to number 25, and UW drops to number 18. Yeah, because they lost their final games, and what more can you do? It sucks. But anyways, moving on. Kunoshe Tajika with Down Callis defended his international title against Kenny Omega, and I kind of predicted Kenny Omega was going to win, and he did. So I wouldn't say that was like too predictable, but Kenny Omega worked like backstage and stuff like that, but at least he's not going after the main title right now. So like I say, I wouldn't mind him holding the AEW championship again. But, we'll see how it goes. But well, it was kind of a good move, had somebody else, finally like hold the title, at least get it off of one of the Don Callis boys. Although, Don Callis, in my opinion, sucks as a human being, but my opinion. Anyways, Don Callis again with Kyle Fletcher going against Will Ospreay in the steel cage match. And I heard the steel cage match was pretty good, so I'm not going to take away from that. And I don't know if this is the end of the feud, but yeah, if it is, what a way to end it. With Ospreay and beating Kyle Fletcher. So yeah, makes sense. Okay, main event. The crappiest ending to a main event there is. So I'm gonna get to like the final parts in it, so I'm just gonna read it to y'all. Okay, Real Muter make his way down to the ring and lands on Bushaku knee on Coop. Oh, he probably just did a move. Okay, he tosses Moxley his briefcase with the AEW World Championship, but Jay White levels Yuta and rains down right hands and left hands on him. So Jay White and Real Muto end up fighting and going to the back. Oh yeah, White tried to hit Moxley with a briefcase, but Moxley ducks and ended up hitting Cope. So accidentally, but White and Mueller went backstage and fighting, and Moxley tried to pin Coop. Coop kicks out, then delivers a spear to Moxley and pins him. Moxley kicks out, but Coop delivers two more spears to him and goes for the pin. A hooded figure pulls the referee out of the ring, revealing that it was Christian Cage. Okay. So, I think y'all know where this is going. Cage hit Moxley with the briefcase and signed his contract for the AEW World Championship match, cashing it in to make it now a triple threat. He delivers a spear to Coop and go for the pin, but Coop kicks out. Cage looks to land the kill switch on Coop and pins him again, but Moxley clinches in a bulldog on him and end up pinning Christian and up winning the match. like I said, if you weren't gonna put the title on Christian Cage, why have him sign that contract? I know there's gonna be times you're gonna have your, fails and people successfully, cashing in, their contract. But I don't even think anybody, since they did that double or nothing thing with the contract for for the AEW title, I think nobody was successful in that. And this just proves, they still stuck on John Moxley, which, like I said, this is the worst ending of a championship match. I wouldn't say in history, but I'm just saying, I probably wouldn't even say all time. I'm just saying it's like the worst, ending to a world title match so far. Yeah, I'll say that so far. So yeah, no. After the match, Moxley runs into Pincinella and he looks to leave the ring. Swerve Strickland appears above him and one of the railers in the crowd and levels Moxley with the Swerve Stomp, standing tall, and show goes off the air. So, anyways, Swerve Strickland, I wouldn't mind him being like champion again. Like his first like main title win was last year. Then end up late last year just ended up losing to Bryan Danielson. Then a few months later, Bryan Danielson ended up losing to John Moxley, which would have been better if Darby Allin would have had his number one contendership match. And like I said, AEW right now is all backwards, and they need a better booker than Tony Khan. Because I'm sorry, but Tony Khan is not the greatest booker ever. It's like me just talking, crap about Vince Russo. But anyways, yeah, Tony Khan is not a great booker. I don't know why they still got him. But then again, I know he's the boss, but still, like, if you ain't realizing that you need to be a better booker, although now you're doing like small arenas, of course you're gonna sell out in small arenas because they're gonna be carrying like up to like the average of people that have been showing up in big arenas. Like, for us, since they're gonna be here on March 29th, the only like building that we have right now, besides there's one like that's getting made that ain't gonna be done until late this year. But they all have to use the UW Panther Arena, which only holds like up to 10,000 people. Maybe a little bit less than that because of how it's set up. But I was looking for here. Where is that? Yeah, Cena will be on Raw next week, so that's gonna be a big one. And plus, it's gonna be in the afternoon for people that don't know. Let's see. Any of the last four matches could have been AEW Revolution main event. And maybe you should now have the freaking AEW championship, which like I'm sorry, but I think it was a complete disaster. And I told my friend this because right now, a friend of mine is like a big AEW mark. Because, like, because AEW shows somewhat resemblance of the Attitude Era. And plus, like, I give them credit that, they don't do that much, talking than anything. But at least tonight's Raw didn't start off with 20 minutes of talking. It actually started with wrestling. So, if WWE can do that every time, it'll be fine. And that's probably why some people like, NXT more. Which I don't blame them. They don't do all that much talking. They at least get into action. But anyways, let's see. Let's see. Ahead of past weekend's AEW Revolution, Khan held a media call and shared an update on the status of his efforts to get ROH on television. okay, we had great conversations about it domestically and internationally. And I want to make sure that when we make a deal, we make the best deal possible, he explained. So I haven't been rushing. We have so many exciting things happening here around AEW right now. Sure about that? The AEW president then pointed out to Dynamite and Collision's recent success on streaming as well as AEW partnership with Amazon Prime as indicators of success that he wants to achieve with Ring of Honor. Um, if anybody knows, how many you know, people that watch AEW Revolution last night. But then again, some people will be, crazy enough to pay, the $50 for the watch it. But no. The highest I would go for a pay per view would be like 40. Otherwise, I wouldn't even pay more than that to watch a pay per view and stuff. But see, that's why WWE did something different. Just advertise your pay per views or PLEs onto a streaming service for free. But then normally you get the WWE Network, you get to watch it for free. But it's like the same thing you're doing with Peacock. And I guess something I can say, I don't know if it's like official, but Peacock and WWE are working to extend their contract with Peacock so they can show their PLEs. Because supposed to be end of this year, they supposed to stop after their last PLE event of the year, but they're in talks right now, and they're gonna keep extending it, so it's going to go through 20. Let's see, that's 2026. So maybe through that, and maybe longer than that. But we just know that right now they're in talks. But as for Ring of Honor not being on TV, instead of have people paying $9.99 for watching their service, and there's other stuff you just have to pay for to watch. It's like, why? And plus Ring of Honor was on regular TV, and now since Tony Khan brought them, they do the Ring of Honor, special, their shows, you gotta buy them and stuff like that. So, so the bad move was they could have got Ring of Honor showing on True TV. Yeah, True TV. That's part of the Warner Brothers Discovery, and they couldn't do that. Yeah, I'm sorry, but kind of fumbled the ball. Okay, so that phone's about to die, and let me try to fix this. That's not what I was looking for. Where is it? So y'all give me a moment. Okay, perfect. So I might have to move this a little bit and let this charge. There we go. So this was something I should have did last night when I was live doing the Bucks talk. I should have did that, but silly me, wasn't thinking. But anyways, but some of y'all gotta admit, there are some big fumbles in AEW, especially when they purchased Ring of Honor. And there are some fumbles there. It's just fumbles with them. Period. The first few years of them being existed, it was a good product to watch, and everybody just screw WWE. We're gonna watch AEW. And, they had a lot of content and stuff. Then right now they calmed down with their content. Now you only see Collision on Saturday and Dynamite on Wednesdays. So you don't see AEW Dark or Rampage and stuff like that. So yeah, they ended all of that. So what that says for the future of AEW right now, in my opinion, I think it's up in the air. That is my opinion. So I think it's just up in the air with that right now. let's see. Oh yeah, Eddie Kingston said something about last night's pay per view, and he was saying like it summed it up with something like why should I go back, and he doesn't like where AEW is heading. So there's gonna be some stars that's gonna feel like that. It's just like, why are you keeping it on an ex WWE guy and not giving it to your talent that's been there since day one? Like I understand, with the Young Bucks, the it was too crazy for them to hold the tag titles, for a certain amount of times and stuff like that. But they're like kind of co-created AEW, so that's probably the only thing I would give Young Bucks a pass on. But but yeah, I'm sorry. It's just some of this stuff we know with AEW. Some of it is just ridiculous. Like, why not put the main title on Orange Cassidy? Like seriously, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I guess I do want to know about where Warlord is going or where he's at in his update because they didn't use him for a while. He's supposed to be part of the Undisputed Kingdom, so that's crazy. And of course, he was like former AEW TNT champion. Okay, with many of them claiming that he is injured, but that doesn't seem the case anymore. Um, Although I hate Dave Mesner, but he does have some points that he's like right about, and I don't know why some of the stuff keep popping up. Um, Warlord will be in action over WrestleMania weekend in April, competing at an independent event. We'll see make him available to compete in AEW. But then again, you know what they did with Powerhouse Hobbs. Like the last time they was here, was this this past September. It looked like he was ready to go, but I guess they're just trying to pick their spot, just to bring him in, and took him like what, like 2 months to finally bring him in, and haven't done nothing with him since. It just sucks. Just put it that way. It just sucks. Um, so it's like the same thing I'm saying, like with Brian Cage, like why y'all not putting the title, big title on him? There's just a lot of stuff, that AEW, been screwing up or something like that. Don't get me wrong, WWE has some of the screw ups too, especially like under Vince McMahon at the time. It took until what, like 2019 to crown, a full African American champion. It should have never took that long. But like I said, we was under a different regime, and whatever with that. Hopefully, Warlow comes back and better than ever, and we'll see how he goes. And it's not because like I'm saying that you got big guys and sorry, like you got big guys that like look good and should be champion. There's some guys that that are small, like Darby Allin. I would want him to be world champion, but we don't know what's going on with Tony Khan and what he thinks. So in other words, it's just crazy. So you know what? From all that, I'm just gonna like leave the wrestling part alone. So that's gonna be it for tonight. For that, so we're just gonna get on some things right quick before this hour is over with, because it seems like I was mostly talking nothing but AEW, which normally I don't do because they got a crappy booker in Tony Khan. But that's just me. Adore. So this is Milwaukee Development. If you want to say like 27th and Wisconsin is somewhat part of downtown, it kind of is, but they ain't officially, made it known, but it kind of is still part of downtown. But that's just me. Anyway, so a $50 million Milwaukee wellness hub. So it will make an annual city payment. Okay, Eldora Health Incorporated is agreeing to pay equally of an annual city property tax bill for a planned development on the place they were showing. But we'll show you the pictures in a bit, so how they want it to look. So it's mainly they ain't got to do much of the outside of this. They're just gonna end up just doing they got a little bit to do in the outside, but mostly they probably gonna end up just doing the inside. So that's probably not gonna take that long. But yeah, it was a former school. So health and wellness hub. They're gonna treat it. But yeah, Dora was interested in it. But before that, it was supposed to be like a hotel, but unfortunately, whoever was trying to create the hotel for it, I don't know. They had the more funds that they supposed to put towards it before they did, but it seems like their plans is like canceled for the hotel. So this is what it's gonna look. Might as well call it like somewhat of a walk-in clinic. So that's going on. Um, or named the Beacon. Let's see. Aim at empowering individuals and families to achieve physical, mental, and social wellness. Hmm. That'll be interesting. It includes a prenatal and postnatal virtual care, violence prevention, eviction support, and housing assistance, breast food access, chronic disease prevention, and early childhood education program. Don't we have something like that with that building that's on Titonia and Fleet? I guess like part of me just saying like I understand they created this thing on the south side since you got everything else that's like on the north side. So yeah, it's kind of like the same thing that they have it like a new center that they're gonna make, but they got it at the other place on Titonia and Valete. I don't know. I know we got like too much stuff of certain things, but we don't have enough of other things, which I really don't get. But see, everybody deserves the opportunity to achieve physical, mental, and social wellness, which I do agree with, especially with mental health, like myself. Um, had results available for their own neighborhoods. Beacon Man's directly in the statement. The pledge was made when Eldora parent company advocated Eldora Health announced it would merge with Utrum Health. Okay, that was 3 years ago. The merged system is based in Charlotte, North Carolina, but it promises to maintain strong organization presence in Milwaukee. So, okay, Eldora hopes to begin renovations spring of next year and open it spring of 2027. I guess payments gotta be helped. I don't know. They had that empty land across the street that they was thinking that they was gonna do bring the not like city hall but something where they had you reload your ID and stuff like that. I forgot what that building is because they was doing that thinking of doing that across the street, but funds and stuff. And plus like Milwaukee's making the state a lot of money, and then we got legislators that acting funny with it. But we got a governor that wants to invest in like Milwaukee, not just everywhere else like Madison and Green Bay and stuff like that. But you got a governor that will willing spend the money like to make Milwaukee better. You just got the legislators. Yeah, it's just not good with the legislators. I'll just put it at that. Um, okay, I'm gonna make an annual payment of loan taxes. That payment will be equally equivalent to what would be the city's share of the annual property tax bill if the beacon wasn't exempt. Um, okay, so it is one of the largest health systems in the nation with more than 160,000 employees and annual revenue for more than, dang, 32 billion? Ouch. Okay. So, we'll see what happens, but I was wishing it was a hotel, but maybe they can make something there nearby because it seems like, 27th Street, they're trying to, build it back up. Hopefully, they add more things, which they probably could, but, it's like a wait and see type of thing. Okay, enough of that. So let's get to, I can't believe that happened. Go back to Marvel updates, and we're going to see if there's some DC update too. So just give me a moment. Oh, that's some good news. Daredevil Born Again, with the first two episodes, debut with 7.5 million views on Disney Plus in the first 5 days. So that's good news. So that means, they did something right with Daredevil. Not saying they did anything wrong with Netflix wise, but I guess they just got sick and tired of it. Just like you had to wait like every 2-3 years for a season or something like that. So yeah, I get that. But if you can do a season like that I don't know how that's gonna work if they want like Daredevil and stuff like that be in other projects. So I don't know how that's gonna work, or they just gonna do it just for Daredevil just to have showing that every year. I don't know. Happy 54th birthday to John Hamm. He voices Tony Stark Iron Man in the MODOK series, which was like one season, and I thought that series was pretty good. That's just me. Oh yeah, that's right. He ain't dead. So Bookie William on the wearing the Shocker costume. But yeah, he wasn't dead on there, so you know can always come back. So like just somebody just said, Spider-Man 4. That's possible. Oh yeah, today is gonna have like a mini role. And it's a great. I am doing good. Yeah. Right now we just talked about DC and Marvel news. Earlier we was talking about development that was going on in Milwaukee. And also we were talking about earlier that AEW Revolution pay per view last night. Which like I said, most of the matches were predictable, and some of them for the right reasons and some of them for the wrong reasons. Especially that freaking main event. Although I know I was right about how the main event was, but then again, the extra stuff in what they added, especially having Christian Cage, cash in his contract for like a number one contender shop, just to like lose. Because I think anybody who had the AEW contract, to get like a world title shot, I don't think anybody had one. It's just in my opinion. It just says something about AEW. But moving on. Okay, too bad. Moon Knight is not going to get a season 2 or anything like that. So it's probably going to be on like some movie thing. So we already know the plans that Marvel's going to do the Midnight Suns, including like Moon Knight, Blade, Ghost Rider, and just to name a few. So I know there's more. Happy birthday to Oscar Isaac. Okay, cool. Um, okay. Gabriel Luna wants to return as Ghost Rider. Red Wobble's version of the Ghost Rider, which if y'all saw like the Agents of Shield, I think it was season 4. Like Ghost Rider was there like that all season, and he could be the MCU. Like he's somewhere in the MCU, but it all depends what they do. So they can't I don't trust Disney with Ghost Rider. Yeah. Of course, they got an upcoming Punisher special with John Berthold, who plays the Punisher, aka Frank Castle, is writing. It's gonna be writing with I think it's like gonna be the director of the Punisher special. So with Disney with their specials, they normally just have their special like Werewolf by Night and also Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Mainly those shows be like at least like over an hour or hour and a half or something like that. So it's kind of like a mini movie that they show on Disney Plus. So I'm glad they're doing something like this, and it's like they haven't done that much specials as of late. I'm just thinking like, what's the hold up? And they should be doing something like that, but at least they doing something with the Punisher like that. Says something, and we'll be interested to see how it goes. And plus, the Punisher is on Daredevil Born Again, so we don't know what episode just yet, but it will be interesting. Okay, new trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps drops on April 4th. Captain America Brave New World crossed 370 million globally, and the film had a budget of 180 million. I don't know. Some people saying it needs like 440 million just to break even. I don't know if that's like fully true. But oh yeah. Stop celebrating something that hasn't even broke even going to its fourth week at the box office. I don't know. Echo is rumored to be returning to Daredevil Born Again season 2. Yeah, she got some unfinished business with the Kingpin. So and plus you saw was it like a year ago, the Echo series was pretty good, and of course the woman that plays her is from Wisconsin, so okay. Defenders will return to Daredevil Born Again season 2. I would like to see that because I did like the Defenders series on Netflix. So we'll see. Okay, yeah, Midnight Suns film. And of course, yeah, I forgot. They had Wolverine in part of the Midnight Suns too. And plus, they can probably do something with like have like the Dark Avengers too. So both, Blade, Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight was in it too, and Wolverine was on the Dark Avengers. So that was something. But let's see. That's it for that one. So let's see some DC updates. Because I know the DCU, they can't wait to get Superman, out there in July. So well, the first if you want to be serious about what was the first content that was by the DCU, which is Creature Commandos, and I thought they were very good. Like it had a good reception that they're going to do a second season. So it might be one of those seasons that be pushed out right away. Although it came out the end of last year, so maybe it'll come the end of next year. You never know. It depends how they get things done. Okay, let's see some DC updates. James Gunn reveals that the first text he got from Jason Momoa after becoming DC Studio CEO was "effing Lobo." I'm sorry, but yeah, he is made for that character as well. Not saying he didn't do a bad job with being Aquaman. I thought he was pretty good. Speaking of which, y'all probably can't able to see it, but I did get the Funko Pop of Aquaman this past weekend from the second movie. And you get some of these pop ups, so read that later. Nicole Ari Parker has been cast in Lenderins as Jon Stewart's mother. I said the girl ain't that old. Well, yeah, she's in her 50s, but she still look young. Anyways, behind the scenes look at Superman. Okay. Happy birthday to Eddie Gaddery, which is the DCU's Mr. Terrific, and oh wow, he was on X-Men First Class. Although his character, didn't last very long. Yeah, I didn't even know it's him. Ain't that something? Okay, it's really not important. That's a nice picture. But our roommate is a big like Superman fan, and he hates the logo of it. From according to him, he said the Superman logo was based off of the Superman Kingdom Come. But I ain't got a problem with it. It's like something different, and I think the problem with some people that they think like all things got to be like comic. No, I can understand the costumes being comic accurate, but they should think the story should be comic accurate. If that's the case, who's gonna see the movie that they already know what's gonna happen? That don't make no sense. So if they change it a little bit, that's fine. But it can't be predictable. Be like, oh, that was supposed to happen, it didn't happen, and they changed the how it's supposed to go. That's good, but sorry about that. But it just can't be predictable. That's what I'm saying, and I think that's what some comic book fans expect. If they doing the story based off such and such from the such and such story from the comic book, it should be the results of that. But no, you can do something a little bit with maybe change the beginning of it, or change the middle of it, or change the ending of it, so don't make it like too predictable. So I think that's some of these people's like problems when it comes comic books. Like they gotta end exactly how that story that they wrote in the comic book is supposed to happen. It's just crazy. Anyways, DCU's Clayface movie is reported set to begin filming this June. Now, I forgot they said it's just gonna be part of the DCU or Elseworld. I think they said it's gonna be part of the DCU. So their schedule they having. They're gonna have two live action movies, two animated movies, two or three or something like that, and two was gonna be two live action TV shows and two animated shows a year. They were saying something like that. I still gotta watch that, The Watchmen. I still haven't seen that yet. I seen the latest one that was like shown on HBO, and yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Clayface was first, yeah, he was first considered as the villain for part two, but they changed it. Now they're saying it could be Hush. That could be the main villain for Batman Part Two. Which was supposed to be shooting the end of this year. It's crazy. Let's see. Oh, about the woman situation. New Superman trailer will debut at Cinecom in 23 days. So, otherwise, when was that? Yesterday. So, most likely, it'll be sometime in April. Will you keep calm and trust Superman? I'm sorry, but the CW series of some of the shows they made based on DC were very good, and I'm sorry, but I think the CW like overrated, underrated these shows, and thinking it was too much to pay. But I don't know. It's just like I look at your audience and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just think those shows did good. But that's just me. DC Studios hired Eddie Boyne to be the head of the virtual effects for DCU's Lawrence TV show. Yeah, that should be out next year. DC Studios' Deathstroke and Bane and Wilder are now officially listed in the latest edition of Production Weekly. Okay, so they probably gonna end up start shooting that soon. Oh, DC's YouTube channel has been. Oh yeah, it did get hacked. Oh yeah, Hush. Okay, so really not that much to talk about or anything. So really nothing exciting. Well, a little bit of Marvel, but not so much on DC side because they keeping quiet on stuff, especially because they want Superman to be like very good. Like, of course I'm gonna see it, and I know my roommate is gonna go see it. So I think I won't be that critical on it when I see it as he will be, since he's a big Superman fan. And it's like it's just like I said with some people's issue. They think it was like based off, Of course, you got the character based off the comic book, but the story they go for that was from the comic book, they think everything's got to be accurate. Like it's just like I mentioned, it can't be predictable because like it'd be like, what's the point of seeing it? And it's gonna be like predictable. Like really, I don't know. That's just me. But anyways, I know we went over an hour as always, and it seemed like they always go that way. And I know this is gonna be a part 2 of WFSO Aftermath special. So got this to put out, and after you guys that's on live, I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate showing y'all, jump on here, ask questions and stuff like that when it comes to wrestling or some other stuff. So oh yeah, we got the Jones Chronicles tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. But anyways, you guys on Twitch, thanks for watching. Share the channel, and we do like, the content that we always talk about, with comic books, developments in Milwaukee, Milwaukee Bucks, and also talk about wrestling. So, get a chance, let people know. And after you people on YouTube, appreciate the couple of subscribers that I got. Please, like the the show if you like it. Thanks for the likes. Our goal is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so hopefully we will get there. And since I've been doing like live shows, so y'all really showed up in full force, so I appreciate that. Like I said, the goal is still 1,000 subscribers, so it's just like we can do more stuff when we hit that 1,000 subscribers. So anyways, over 2,500 videos and counting. Check them out, and you already know the content that we show, so check it out. Also check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com with or upcoming events in the Midwest. Wrestling shows that we've been at, Bucks events we've been at, and all the other good stuff. So get a chance, check out the website. But thanks you guys for watching. I appreciated it, and thanks for your support. And also check out my wife's YouTube channel. It got some interesting stuff on there, so please check it out. It's Hazel Jones 9. So look for that on YouTube, and also look for the Maddie's Memory logo with the turtle and saying Maddie's Memory on there. Then you'll find her. So please subscribe to her channel. She does got some interesting content, so check it out. But for me, I will get out of here, and thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, y'all guys have a good one.